Okay, there we go. All right, so let me get my hotkeys programmed. Okay, let me get. Okay, we are in business. So he's got that 2.75x. We're gonna call. Oh yeah, I said I'd let my buddy know. Okay, everything's looking good. Chat's up, stats are up. 1, 2. All right, we are rocking and rolling here. Versus the min 3-bet. Oh yeah, right. I forgot that there's the min 3-bet here. We're gonna call with 2-4 suited, which is Anthony's hand. He likes to play a lot. We hit a pair in position, 3-bet pot. He bets 1/3. We're gonna peel, I think, with a pair and a 3-bet pot. Call. So we don't have queens very often because we'd 4-bet versus a large size. I mean, this is just going to be an easy fold. I'm going to auto top up here. I mean, it should be set to auto top up. Again, I've mentioned it all stream. The Play Now software only tops up once you dip below 5 big blinds. It should have topped up there regardless, but you know. All right, we're going to defend. Ace, Jack, 6. So another buddy's asking about the stream here. Okay, there. Now he's opening for 3.5x. Gonna call with Queen 9. I'm just gonna turn that off here. I'll put it back in here. There. So my buddy wanted the URL, as they say. Gonna check. A lot of things going on here. There. Gonna fold. Yeah, there's the auto top. Okay. Okay, enough chit chat. Gotta focus a little bit. All right, the old 5-3. Gonna check it back on this board. Turn 6. We do bet some percentage of the time. Backdoor spades, backdoor straight draw on the flop, but we're gonna check this one back again. We river a pair. We pair our 3. Do we call if he bets? That is the question. I think we just check back, take showdown, double gutter, 4 or the 8. He should have probed the turn, I think. That's a good card for him to bet. The 6. I mean, you got to bluff with some hands. That's a good hand to bluff with, right? You can rep the 6, and then you got 8 clean outs kind of thing, so. Ace on the turn. This is a board we do not have much of. I'm not going to get cute with this board. Yeah, I rolled a low number, but I just don't have any strong hands here. I don't have aces, don't have kings, don't have queens, don't have ace king, don't have ace queen, don't have king queen suited, don't have 10 jack suited. Like this just, and I 3-bet a lot of high card heavy hands that would contain a heart. So it's just not a board I can really rep some bluffs with. I have to rep some, but I also got to have a little bit of value. I guess I just rep flushes a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to bet here. And we take it down. Small bet, ace X, ace A3. Let's fold 2-3 off. Oh yeah, so I forgot he has the limp as well. So I'll have to get ready for my limp ranges. 2-3 still just a fold. I don't even think we, yeah, 2-3 off. We don't even attack with that. Like if he limps, we just check. We don't make it 4.5x. Years ago, the strategy was take your value and take like really, really shitty hands and just turn them into bluffs. Still kind of like that, but like there's a bit more of a cutoff point now. I think we're going to go with the old 82% size. Top pair, flush draw with a 7 out there, bit of a straight draw and a flush draw. It's connected. And we take it down.
Listen, here's the thing. If you can't spot the sucker in your first half hour at the table, then you are the sucker.
As we river 2-pair, or as we turn 2-pair. There's some straights out there. He would bet queen jack twice. I think he would bet, well, he didn't bet 6-7 last time. So again, I can go 2/3 or overbet. I'm just gonna go with 2/3 pot. I think I'd overbet. Better 2-pair. Straights, obviously. Set if I had a pocket 2s or pocket 5s or something like that. I wanted a trap. And then bluff some missed flushes, I guess, in my overbet size. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to put Anthony's stream on over here, but it's so much going on right now. Yeah. Well, it's just one tabling, but when you're streaming, there's a lot of things going on. Really want to be watching his, checking on mine, make sure it's good, plus all the graphics and fun stuff I try and toss in to make it kind of fun or interesting. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show hands. I usually have it set to auto muck so that we can show some hands, I guess. I'll try and do that. Min 3-bet. Like literally 2x. I guess we just call in position. So yeah, normally the size of a 3-bet is around 4x, right? 4.1x the size of, you know, VO at 2.5x open. Most guys do 3.5x to like 4.5x, somewhere in there. Some guys do 5x 3-bets. Yeah, 3x and under. Like this was literally a min click and a tiny bit. Like I have to defend quite a bit wider. Do I float with ace high in this min 3-bet pot? I think so. Like I guess he bets 10 on the turn. 7's good for me. He's not really betting the 7. Spades, he could check back a stronger hand. Jack 9, Queen 9. Like Jack 9 has double gutter. I beat Jack 9. I beat Queen 9. I don't have spades. Now I guess I want one spade. Anyway. It's a weird spot like that. You can't be folding your ace highs there. Yeah. All right, let's check our 10-7. Top pair. Like I guess if I could have some leads. I'm not used to leading flops, right? It's not my MO. I have leads on turns when the flop gets bet. I have leads in 4-bet pots on queen high boards. But like I just don't have leads in single raise pots usually on the flop, but now we're limped and I have top pair. It's kind of weird. Pocket threes. I think we just flat here. Do we raise them versus a limp? That is a question. Well, we don't have to figure that out, so that's fine. All right, Queen 6-5. Depending on the size of his bet, we might float. All right. King on the turn. Gonna check it over. Well, we beat ace jack, 10 jack. I feel like those would have bet. What checks your pocket fours? Ace 10 we beat. I think you could have a 6. I don't know. 8-9. Got him. Caught him bluffing. Caught him bluffing. The 6-8. I feel like you need to stab, like even a small size, like 1/3 pot on there, because then when you drill it, it's just, you know, super nice. The pot's getting bigger. You got the nuts. So this is like versus a 3x 3-bet, roughly. So nothing fancy to do here. We just call with our 2s in position. Hope to drill a deuce. There's the 3. That could have been a 2 of spades. Not much we can do versus that big bet. We don't even have a 2 of spades. Ace King, hello. So now I haven't seen the limp re-raise a whole lot, so yeah. We open 5-3 offsuit like 85% of the time or something like that. So I rolled a 66. We open it. We're in there. We're in there with the 5 and the 3. Speaking of 5s, we hit one. And a 3. We hit both. Running 5-3 on a 4-liner to a flush. Seven of spades takes it down. And again, that's kind of one of the hands you would probe on the turn. He's got a flush draw and a straight. And I checked the flop. Again, I'm just trying to look at some of the hands that he has, what I would do. Like, you need to have hands that probe, bet the turn when the flop gets checked through. I feel like that's a really good candidate for that. Call with the queen 5 suited. Okay, so here I want to probe the turn. Again, I don't have a lot of this board, right? But some of the good probes to show are, you know, the probes on those boards are gutter balls. So probe your 10x, probe your queen x. Those are my probe bluffs. You have to have bluffs. So what bluffs make sense? Those ones do. You can still drill the 4-outer for the gutter and then probe some of your value. So even though that board does not favor us because we have no sets or ace king or ace queen or ace jack, sorry, you still kind of have to defend there. Speaking of the 2-3 again, hitting a 3. We've had a lot of 3s on the flop and we've hit a few 3s. And check it back. We have spades and diamonds. We would rather have none. Gonna fold. How's it looking outside? Ooh, too hard to see with the too hard to see with the reflection of my LED lights in the background. We get donked into on 7-5 deuce rainbow. Yeah, I think we just fold here. I was gonna bet, but I mean, if you want to take the lead, pretty sure that's just a pure fold. Hitting the 3 again. We just drill those 3s. Do we ever bet for value here? I'm like, I could. Now we like having the jack of clubs, blocks, flushes. It's like I'm calling most bets here with my 3, especially with a flush blocker, and the jack blocks king jack, queen jack. Not that he has him. He played such a passive line, but this might just be the session that we win with 3s. All right, opening it up. So again, my 4-bet size, I'm used to going to roughly 24 big blinds, but that's versus a 4x 3-bet, not his small weird one. So okay, so we got a jack high board. I think we're gonna bet 82% pot-ish. Where's my hotkeys? Here we go. Even with 1 over, having a 10 blocks some 10 jack. We have 1 spade. And we get called. There is the spade. Do I want to go bet? I think I do this time. Go bet, and then check. And we take it down. Show him a red card on a black board. So I'm just going to treat this like a 3x open since my hotkeys are programmed versus a 3x open, not versus the 2.75x. All right, so we got an ace high board, 3-bet pot with king queen. We just do like 22% pot. What is 22% pot? Like something like that. Any calls? Now, do we barrel the turn? Let's just think about that. Jack is not bad. Well, there's a straight possible, but we're going to go for it with king, queen. You shouldn't have aces or ace, king. You could have jacks that turn and got turned with the small bet on the flop. That is possible. But we still have all the ace kings, all the ace queens. There's still a lot of draws. I'm thinking of a card on the river. And we get jammed on. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Wah, wah, wah. Ooh. All right. I guess I could check call one bet there too, but either's fine. Got to draw to the nuts. Steel wheel. Gonna go small pot size bet, or small pot size bet. Small C bet, 30% pot. This time we'll check it back. It is not the hand or the card I was thinking of, but what checks back and then raises here? Like 9-6. Yeah, I think I let this one go. 9-6. I want to have a 6. I think I'd like to have a jack in my hand there. I'm trying to think of hands that make sense to bluff. King high board. Shouldn't be defending too many 6-2s, like offsuit. So not many 2-pair combos here. A limp 3-bet. Limp call, then raise. It's not even a 3. Yeah, it's a raise. It's just such weird spots. I'm never in this part of the game tree. So do you ever trap kings, 6s or 2s, or king 6 or clubs? All right, we're gonna call 1 here. So obviously check raising clubs makes sense. Check raising 3-4, 4-5, some frequency. Yeah, like I'm not just raising ace queen and then not taking a bet on that board. Yeah, there's just not much I can do about this right now. All right, you win the money, sir. All right, we got top pair on a 5-high straight board. And they're all straight boards if it's 5-high, by the way. Yeah. Gonna bet half pot. Yeah, there we go. And we get raised again. The check min raise, right? Is that like, what's a full 3x? I guess. So. All right, we're gonna call. So there's a lot of, we don't want to see a 2 or a 7 or a heart. Well, Or an 8, I guess. 6, 7 gets there. Check, raise, check. I'm pretty sure I got to bet some percentage of the time with my 5 for protection. I mean, if he's just got a naked 6, like ace 6, right? Ace 6, king 6, something like that. He's probably going to call one more time. Or it's weird to go for a double check raise. Well, it's not a check raise, but... Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Now, can I ever jam here is the question. Because does he have a set? Does he have 2 pair? We'll go for it. I don't think he has a set, and I don't think he has a straight. And I would do this with all of my bluffs. If I had hearts, this is what you would be facing. Huh? So it must have been some kind of 3-6 hand. 3-6. That's my guess. Pair in a gutter, pair in a straight draw, pair open-ended. All right, so he's still up about 50 bigs on us, 55 bigs, something like that. 9 high board, in position, rolled a low number. We're probably gonna bet here, like 42% pot. Let me go back to my sizes, and we take it down. Yeah, I gotta rotate through graphics and then my sizes on my stream deck. Pocket threes. Do we raise if he limps? No, we didn't roll a low number. King 10. Flop and top pair. Single raise pot. We are going to check it back this time. I rolled a 95. Jack's not the greatest card. Delayed c-bet. Gonna bet 2/3 pot. And we get a call. Not the greatest rivers. There's some ace-x that float. But we get value from the 5. So, like, I want to bet. I'm guessing King 10 might be a bet pure. I feel like you have to check back some of the time, or I just check back my weaker 10s. I feel like that can't be right. Going to defend the 10-7. 10-7 suited. Paired board. 1 heart. I guess we're going to float to that size. Trips. The size to use on trips is pot on the turn. He goes for 1/3. Like, am I ever supposed to float this? I feel like it's just wrong with 10 high. If the flop is trips, oh, solvers go bananas on trips boards. Min raising, this thing, that thing, pot size turn bet, pot size river bet. Yeah, they go pretty ballistic. I think we fold versus the bigger size. 2.5x we would call, I think. Hello. Hello, aces. Aces. Use a bigger size on a 10 high board. And we take it down. So a few sizes on a 10 high board. So he opened versus like a 2 1/4. He's using every possible size. Limp? Has he done a 2x yet? No. I'm showing a few hands just because it's fun for the stream, but I mean, I could turn that off. It's normally what I do. Don't give away information. But I mean, don't give away information. It's a buddy, and we both have streams going, so we can totally just go look after. Versus a 3x 3-bet. Do I call 9? I think I do. Pretty sure I do. All right. We'll play it, and we get a 6 high board. 6 high board. 6-5-4 in position, and the big blind checks. I believe we are going to stab 1/3 of the pot ish. And we take it down. Now he opens really big, so versus the 3.5x. Ace-3 again, we mix, right? Sometimes we 3-bet it, sometimes we flat it. King 4-3. He bets large on the King 4-3. I do not use that size. That's a very big size. You can get 30% or 40% pot on most of these boards, these king boards. All right, we're going to check it back. So it's just interesting, like, is he using a bigger size when he has a bigger hand? Like, on King 4-3, like I said, I usually use 42% size. Doesn't matter if I have kings, fours, pocket threes, king 4, right? Ace king, it just doesn't matter. That's the size you use. It's a single size on that texture. And it's balanced with bluffs and value, right? Like, if you have 3 or 4 sizes on that, betting small when you're weak or with a draw, and then betting big when you have a big hand, like, that's just, you know, bad. There's no two ways around it. All right, now the 3-bet's even tinier, so we're getting a really good price with King 6 of clubs in position. And now he bets the pot. He bets 100% of the pot. So we're going to go ahead and click the call button. And it's a paired board. And he bets. So how many sets does he have here? This is the thing. Does he have pocket 10s? Do I want to ever raise here? He's betting. I feel like I do. Like, you have ace 10. I don't think you have 10 4s, 10 5s. You could have pocket 4s, pocket 5s that min click it, 3-bet, min 3-bet, 10 jack. That is a great card for us. Like, if he has 1 club, right? It makes no sense to jam here on me. 6 doesn't change anything. And we are all in. We are all the way in. Check this one back. I try and play a little bit faster pre-flop and on the flop. Yep, checking it back. King high might be the best hand. I'm gonna show down king high and ace high a fair bit. Beats the queen high.
As of right now, we are at war. I'm feeling a little lucky tonight. I'm feeling very accurate.
We're going to c-bet. We got backdoor hearts, backdoor straight draw, 10 high board with a flush draw. I think we're going to use our 42% size. Oh, I got water. I kind of wanted a bubbly. All I got is my agua. I got a Red Bull, but I don't think I want one this late. I feel like we go bet, because now we got a flush draw. Or no, maybe we check this equity. Yeah, let's check it. River black 4. Oh, come on. Where was my black 4? This bullshit. And we get sniped with the 2-4. Nice call. We have the jack 3. I guess if I go bet, he's not folding that particular hand anyway, so nice call. Versus the 3x size. Do we get cute with king 10? I don't think so yet. Sometimes we raise. Ace, ace, king board. He bets 1/3. Sometimes we actually raise this, but I don't think we do this time. Check. He bets large. He bets the large size. Some weird spots, like 10's not good if you have an ace, doesn't matter. Jack, I mean, I make a straight, but it's on a paired board, doesn't matter. I think that's why I don't like that size on this board. Obviously, I don't have aces, I don't have 10s, I don't have ace queen, ace king, right? Like, I have a weak range as it is, so that size, like, I think on paired boards, I would do 1/3 and then like 55, 60% pot kind of thing. So if I rolled a low number here, I was going to 4-bet my ace jack. Turn it into a bit of a bluff, but I rolled a high number, so we're just going to call in position. See a flop. An ace high flop. Yeah. And he bets roughly half pot. We are going to click the call button. So we still lose to ace king, ace queen, pocket 9s, pocket 7s. We've got some outs to a 10 for a 4-liner to a straight. Block 10 jack. We don't have diamonds. Does he ever check raise though? That is the question. I think we are going to bet 2/3 here. And we take it down. I like that we're both showing cards.
You're goddamn right.
Versus a limpy. Yeah, okay, we rolled a 10. Pump it up. Should have music on, but then I'd have to worry about editing it. Yeah, so we're going to bet the old 30% pot. And we got a call. So I'm going to bet again this time. So now we're going to check. Check to the spades. Hope he has a 5. I know I rolled a low number, but this just isn't a 3-street hand. We still lose to spades. We lose to a few things. A queen, obviously. Ace 4. Snap call. Snap call. Turns the ace high into the bluff. The question is like, I know you got a value bet. You can value bet an 8, a 6, or a 5 there, or a queen for sure. You can value bet your flushes. What if you don't have pocket nine? Any other pocket pairs? No. I think you got to check back. You can bluff. I'm calling some ace highs there too, so it's kind of weird. I don't know if I'd use ace 4. He min raises the 8. Interesting. That's a bad raise by me for the size. Like I should have raised like 3.9x or something. That's okay. That's okay. Like I would have some hands there. I just, yeah. I don't know. There's no need to raise the 8 there, like at all. So I did 2x pot because it got checked down. Because my sizes, I know my sizes. I bet 30 or 2x pot. I have bare like nothing. So I'm gonna put it into the big size. Pretty easy decision there. And then when you river an 8 versus a 2x pot, like just call. Like the worst case scenario happened. You called correctly, but like it's not a fun spot. You're putting yourself in a gross spot for no reason. If you have a bluff catcher now, why would you want the bluff catcher for the full amount? You have the bluff catcher right here, and then you min raised and you got shoved on, and now you still have the same hand as a bluff catcher, but for heaps. That makes no sense whatsoever. But that's okay. That's all Anthony's money right there. We would call that hemorrhaging or shoveling your money into a furnace. That play with the 8-4. Getting some value with a 5. Yeah, I picked the wrong size. I should have thought about it. I knew I wanted to do that because, like, it's just dumb. You have no strength at this point. None. But I should have... That's my mistake. I shouldn't have shoved. I mean, I could, if I had a set or something like that, just go crazy. Knowing that he does stuff like that and he calls it off. So I guess it's not terrible. But, yeah, Yeah, I guess I could have just... The old trips board. Yeah, he's not going to buy anything anymore. Like, and I'm stuck with 10 high. I misplayed this hand. It's just weird. Like, it's a 3-bet pot. I think I'm supposed to stab a little bit. Yeah. So he's min... Like, I think I'm supposed to stab a little bit here. I butchered that one. All right. Checking it back. And we'll check this one back as well. And we river a 4. Yeah, I don't see going for value here. Eight, 5 off. Verse the limp. Just gonna check it back. Hit an 8, 8 ball. Gonna go for value here. I think he could have turned a 9. Oh, same hand. Okay. King 4 off. Like versus like, is that even a 3x? I guess that's a 3x. Just shy of a 3x. All right, we're not considering that, I guess.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
All right, so we're gonna bet 2/3 pot. Like, I don't think he limps aces or queens or ace queen. He would try and build a pot with those pre-flop. He can have some weak queens, queen, I guess queen 3, queen 5, queen 6, 4, 4x hands. Gonna check this one back. Ace high, no good. Ace high, good. Dominated 7. Galls, we hit an 8. gonna check. And we got him. So if we both get to 300, I'm going to open a little bit bigger. Right now I'm opening to 2.3x. I will open at 2.4x once we both get to 300 bigs. Flopping some flush draws, let me tell you. We haven't seen this many flush draws in ages. And we get led into. It's interesting. I guess I don't need to raise. Like, what hands lead here? Some sort of Queen X. Queen 3 just gets counterfeited. He bets 6-3. Like, I saw a piece of that in his past stream, In his past stream, I think he said he leads some small two pairs. So, like, he could have 6-3 here. It is possible. We can't fold, though. What if you have, well, 4-5, I guess, do you lead? 2's not a great card for us. Yeah, 4-5 could lead. Now I don't want spades. Like, it's just silly. Lead, lead, lead. Donk. The old donk bet. Okay, you win. You win. Nice hand. Ooh, I rolled an 85. I think I bet like 70% of the time on paired boards, so.
As of right now, we are at war.
Rolled my most passive number. Gonna be checking it back. So the nice part is I'm gonna bet fast here with 2/3 if he checks it to us. Just like I did with the 5-3. I showed a bluff last time I quickly bet. Is that the meta game? Is that the leveling war? I don't know. I mean, I try not to get into that. Just play a balanced, solid strategy, and you don't have to get into the leveling wars. But it is a thing. It's good to pay attention to it at least. Kind of don't like having a 5. You want them to have some 5-3, 5-6, 5 other 5s. I don't know. The last time I did this, he raised, and I had a 5-3, 5 high. Now is he wondering, like, hey, he did this again. Should I raise? No. Check. Wow, trips boards galore. Like, this is crazy. Da, 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 da. All right. Like, I I think you can min click it back a percentage of the time. I just don't know if I had like, so on the trips boards, I'm trying to get my thoughts out here. So if it was ace, 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 king, 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 queen, 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 and if you have, say the queen, 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 if I have king high or ace high, it might be the best hand. So you min click it. That's kind of the thing I'm trying to figure out. But the jack high is just, I don't think that's the one, right? So I think I just fold this. Just hemorrhaging money, even though against it's a 2x. 2x open. And we check. Now he has a big open. So limp, 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 limp. Big open. Trash hand, trash hand, trash hand, trash hand. Premium hand. Is that what's going on? So this is versus what? Like a 3x open? Yeah, we just don't. And we just don't, I don't think. Top pair, decent kicker. I think we raise here a little bit. Yeah. Guess I could go for value again there. Probably supposed to, actually, now that I think about it. All right, let's get some hands in here. So now versus 2 1/4x. Nope, I don't think so. I was like, if I roll a really low number, maybe we play it some percentage of the time, but 9-4 suited. Remember, like, I know you can get lucky on any two cards, but the idea with, especially heads up, is like, figure out what your opponent's doing, and when the sizes they're using. And you make adjustments, pre-flop at least, based on the equity or strength of your hand. And so like if they're opening small, you can play some wider ranges. If they're opening big, you can play a little bit tighter ranges. And you're constantly adjusting your ranges so that you're seeing flops with them, like with good, strong ranges, or at least ahead of theirs, right? So that's kind of the idea, right? You want to be getting to the flop. You don't want to be getting to the flop continually with dominated ranges, which I feel like he's doing that a fair bit. Right? You have your strategy, you know, your cutoff points, and you're seeing flops, turns, and rivers with a better range than your opponent, hopefully. I mean, yes, you can get lucky, but if you consistently, you know, yeah, if you consistently do that. Do I want to get value? See, I think I'm just, yeah. The only reason he has that many chips is because I got goofy with the 7 deuce. We'll go for value with a 4. Wow. So many flush draws. Last time we had the nut flush draw and he just donked into us 3 streets and we missed everything. Yeah. Okay. Back to my sizes here. So we got flush draw, 3 hearts. Brick overcard. We're going to use the pot size bet. Again, we should have a stronger range. He doesn't have ace king, king queen, pocket kings, pocket jacks, king jack. He should be, yeah. I'll show him that one. I'll let him see it. I rolled a low number when it was a limp. I was going to raise the limp, and then last second makes it 2.75x. Put my hood up. Get comfy here. Oops. Supposed to go 30 or 200. I did the wrong size again. That's okay. 2 pair actually doesn't go into the big size. Obviously, he's not that strong with 2 pair. Top pair, yes, big size. 2 pair, I think you check trap. You're just too strong. The board going 2 pair. I don't know. Okay. We have top pair and a small 3-bet pot. Got 1 8 of hearts, so we go back to hearts. He bets 1/3. We're just gonna call. Not an ideal turn card for us, but we do have some aces. We float to the 1/3, ace 2 off, ace 3 off, that we call the small 3-bet. Now he bets 2/3 pot. I think we call one more time. Do we have any 4s? Only 4s we have would have to be like 4 6 of hearts or 7 of hearts. So like one combo of 4s. That's 2/3 again. 2/3, 2/3. Like, what are the bluffs? 10 jack of hearts. King 10 of hearts. 6 7 of hearts. 7 8 can't happen because we have an 8. I rolled a low number. Now I rolled a high number. Anthony. 2/3. Do you just have a big hand? Like, I have some aces here. I have the one combo 4s. What do I call it? I don't have aces. Don't have queens. Don't have ace queen. I have some ace X's. And I've got some better queens. I'm calling the chop with a queen. So it's either you have an ace or nothing. That's all right. That's okay. Yeah. Hitting threes again. 10 high rainbow board. And we get led into for a large size. So what is this? 3-5, 4-6, 4-2, 10-5. I don't know what the big donk is. That's that is the mystery. Big bet, big bet. And I'm betting quickly. There's not much I can do with my 3 here. We called 1. That's good enough. King high board. I rolled a low number, but I feel like I would bet obviously a 4, 5, 3. Maybe a king or a queen is a good card to bluff. On the turn, anyway. You could be calling a better 5 or a 9. Ace 2, ace 3 offsuit, something like that. Seven, 8. Turned, oh yeah, you turned a 7, had a gutter. That checks out to the small size. That checks out. Another king high board. This time we got a gutter again. Kind of don't want to show any more cards. Ooh, we lost the minimum. Should have been bigger. That's why check raising. That's why check raising trips is a good idea then. When you have trips, check raise. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna have another lozenge here. I know I haven't talked too much yet, but I did start my stream at 5:30, not 9:30. So I've been talking quite a bit. Do I call King 8? So like, was it 3x now? I feel like I do. All right. 5 high board. 5, 4, deuce. We're in position. We have an 8 of diamonds. He checks it to us. What do we do with King 8? What do we do? I think we bet 30% pot-ish. Yeah, on the 4-liner of the straight, I think you bet 1/3. Yeah, this is just a brutal hand. Brutal run out. Put something I can bluff. I know he has an ace there, like quite a high percentage of the time he has the ace there. Okay, now we're back to 2 1/4 open. Yeah, okay. Top pair. No longer top pair. And a flush draw. A flush is present. A flushy flushy. All right, let's get a little something going here. I think he's up like $100 on us, maybe. But a full buy-in was his earlier. And then I ran the goofy bluff with 7 deuce. Don't regret it. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. All right, we're just going to call. Sometimes I 4-bet this. Not often. 9 high board. Do we probe the 9 high board? I feel like we do a little bit. Lucksack. Huh? So this is the hand I went batshit crazy with bluffing in a limp pot. Looks like we're the only heads-up game going right now. All right. All right. Yeah, like King 6 is just an open. Like, there's nothing wrong with a limping strategy. There really isn't. It will actually yield you 8 to 10% more equity. It's a better strategy overall. The problem is it's very complicated, right? So, like, if you're going to limp, like, let's say you open the 2.5x and limp. So you just two sizes. Never mind the 3 or 4 that Anthony has. Well, you need to be able to have aces in your 2.5x open and aces in your limp, right? You can't just put them in the big size because you want to build a big pot with your big hand. If I figure that out, in the other line, you'll just never have strong premium hands there if that's what you're doing, right? So, like, limping lets you play all the hands, a lot more hands. But you need to be able to balance it, right? And then you need to learn about limp re-raising and then have that as part of your strategy. It is a more effective strategy overall. It's just very hard to execute, very well balanced. So I just open a one size as stack depths get deeper. I just fold the bottom portion of my range and then open a one size. It's just such a simpler strategy to play. All right, we're going to call versus the small 3-bet. We hit a baby deuce. This time we're going to check it back. I've stabbed at almost every single board that he's checked back to in 3-bet pots. But he's 3-betting so much and so small that he has air so much, so I should be stabbing. All right. All right. All right. Feel a limp coming on. Almost at 300 big blinds. If he gets a little bit over, I'll open up one size bigger. Thinking of a card. I'm usually not in hands with the 3-bet pots with 2-3 suited. But for 1/3 here, 4. Oh my god. Just drills it.
Luck sack.
Well, he is betting again. The worst would be to see another diamond. Or the board pair. Aces, ace, queen, queen 5, queen 4, flush. So he's betting a queen on a diamond board when I have a lot of ace X with one diamond. That's weird.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
So I guess we're not going to be opening the 2.4x because he's below 100 big blinds now. Gonna check this one back. Like sometimes I bet it, sometimes I don't. Rolled another passive number. We're gonna check this one back. And we miss everything. King high any good? It is. Okay, so let's take a look here. 2 1/4. Okay, coming along with my 6. Monotone flop. Got a pair of 6s. Monotone flops play pretty passive, small bet sizing. They get big quick. Yeah, small 2/3 when stuff misses. He leads right into us, but we got nothing. Like, what's better? I mean, I don't know much about a leading strategy. I know a few spots that I lead, which I've mentioned before. But like, if you lead, let's think about it. If you lead or donk the flop, like, look at this tiny min 3-bet. Like, what does that accomplish? I don't know. Then, like, if you lead and it depends on your size, is he donking small or big? He was donking like 2/3. Then all my air folds, right? And you're forcing me to have a stronger hand that continues. And it depends on the board. Like, I mean, I still have a stronger range overall. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about it. Like, what lead? Like, what's stronger? Leading? Like 75% pot or check raising? Right? So if you lead, you just remove check raising from your strategy, right? I like having a check raising strategy. That's the strategy that I studied, having check raises. But leading? I don't know. It's just a weird strategy. So the two spots that I lead, and I've mentioned it a few times in past streams, on the turn, when the flop is bet, so we're out of position, okay? And the in position player bets the flop. We call. And the turn pairs the board with either the bottom card or the middle card, and it's higher than a 5. That's a good spot to lead. And if you think about it, I mean, those two cards, the middle and bottom card pairing, is generally better for the out of position player. I check called with something. A lot of times that something is bottom or middle pair, right? It's not like the in position player is betting big on the flop with bottom pair or second pair. Sure, top pair, overpair, you know, the straights, flush draws, I get it. But middle and bottom pair, unless they're betting 1/3 or really small, okay, fine. But if you're betting like big, especially like 2/3 pot or something, you're not betting 2/3 pot with third pair and second pair. That's just not smart. So what the out of position player can do is they can bet like 15% pot or lead for a very small size on the turn with their entire range, because it's just a great card for the out of position player. And how the in position player reacts, I mean, they can raise it up. They can just call. If they call the small bet, is usually extreme weakness, right? Like anything with value is not going to let the out of position player get away with like a min bet essentially, right? So, and then let's say we lead, they call. Well, now we've got license to just, you know, bet, overbet, whatever. Sometimes we actually have it, sometimes we don't. 6-5-3 facing 2/3 pot. Just gonna let this go, I think. Again, I would have stabbed. So if you had a strong hand there, I would have stabbed and you lose all the money from my bluffs. Yeah. I'm just gonna call with King Jack. Sometimes I 3-bet, sometimes I don't. Maybe we check raise this one. We'll see. betting big. So usually when you have top pair, this is our top pair best kicker because we 3-bet ace jack. We do check raise this some percentage of the time, especially if they bet smaller. But when they bet bigger, we decrease our. So like right here, right? This is the exact spot I just finished talking about. So now when he calls, like does he, so I don't think he has an 8. I don't think he has a jack. I'm not going to block bet the river. We block some king queen. 9-10 gets there. And we're good. Like I wasn't trying to do it with top pair. That's just an added bonus. But that's the spot. I check called the flop with something. That something is usually bottom or middle pair. It's kind of nice to talk about it, and then the exact spot shows up so that you can show it. The other spot to lead. I guess I didn't finish my thought process. So the other spot to lead is in 4-bet pots. You're out of position, right? So out of position, 4-bet pot, queen high boards. I'm talking any kind of queen high. Queen high, you know, a non-connected queen high board, queen queen 2, or 2-2 queen. Because the in-position player has a boatload more queen X in 4-bet pots than the 4-better. Our 4-bet calling range is just so heavy with queen X hands. That's just how it works. Yeah, we're just going to bet 80% pot here with our overpair. As I'm talking up a storm. And we get a call. About the worst card on the turn. But I think we are still going to bet our pocket 8s one more time. He doesn't necessarily have to have a 4. Calls pretty quickly, and I think we just shut down now. We lose to a lot of things. A 4 or a 5. Get some value though with the pocket 8s on a 4-liner. Okay, 3-bet pot, ace, king, 5. We are going to bet, I believe, like 90% pot. So whatever that is. Let's just do something like this. And then shove the turn. Yeah. That is what they call the punt. It's up and it's good. It's good, that punt. Just kick the money. Kick your chips over. And let's hope he's tilted here now. Okay, so we have ace queen 5 now. And he bets into us. So this time I think I will raise. Boat. So that is up and it's good. It's good. Just punting off stacks. Just punting. There's no reason to jam there. None whatsoever.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Okay, let's see here. So he's betting. What is he betting? I call. That's just too much. Too much. Too much. I almost hit call with the mouse hitting the side of the keyboard. Okay, In position, 10 high board. See, that is a good spot for Anthony to finally lead. He's leading when he shouldn't. And then when he should, he doesn't. We're going to check it back. We have queen high. We need to bluff if he lets us. There's also a good reason to check. Let us bluff. I mean, you need to bet a 7. You need to bet a 10. You can bet a 4. A lot of like king 4, queen 4 for value. In the limp pots, though, excuse me, he's checked back a lot of flops. Like, I've seen a lot of turns for free. And I think that's because if you're only limping the bad hands, the trash hands, like, you're just so weak. You're not connecting strong enough. You don't have enough value or strong hands. See, like here, I should bet 1/3 or 2x pot. I'm just not even going to bother this time. Oh, why is that popping up? That's interesting. Okay, so we got a 9 high board. Because I screenshotted it and I was going to drop it into Paintbrush. That's why. Check raise. What check raise is? I don't think you have pocket 9s because I have 9. I think you have pocket 7s because you probably min 3-bet. Maybe 5s, 5-7. Sure 6-8 exists. Bigger 3-bet, 4x 3-bet. We're going to call 1. Deuce shouldn't change too much. You can have 9-7 off, 5-7 off. 10-8. 4-6. 10-8 and 4-6. Bigger 9. Could you have like king 9, queen 9 and do that? Sure, I could see some of that. I'm thankful he didn't bomb it. So he's betting just over 1/3. We're going to call. So 10-8 gets there. Jack 9 if he had 2 pair. 4-6. Misses. 3-4. No, 3-4 wouldn't check raise, I don't think. 4x. It's a good bet, whether you have it or not. So this is like a spot. This is a good spot, and that's a good size bet finally. Like, I can't fold all the time, and I can't call all the time. Now this is where I look. Do I have a can? I don't want to have a 10. I do want to have a 10. I block a 10, but I only have 1 pair. King 8. Yeah, I was gonna say king 8. Is there an 8? Do I want to have an 8 in my hand or a 10? I think I do like having a 10. Actually, you know what? Having an 8 is better. Because then you block 6-8 and 8-10. Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing. If you can't spot the sucker in your first half hour at the table, then you are the sucker.
I don't mind showing some hands here and there, but with like what I'm raising his limps with, some key spots I don't want to give away that info yet. Thinking of a card. All right. Let's just drill another one, shall we? Like, make him lose his mind. Like, right here. Right here, I'm thinking of a 5. A red 5. Oh, my God. Luck sack. Oh, what a cooler. Oh, Jesus. What a cooler. I missed what he said. Woo. I got top pair. I'm like, unless you get a set of jacks or just a naked queen, I guess. All right, we got 8, 7, 6. Rainbow board. I feel like we bet this hand half the time. We're going to check it back. We're going to call one, I guess, if we get led into. I think we're going to check this one back. I'm just going to chat with the rest of the guys here a little bit. Check it back. Drill a 6. Betting 1/3 is block betting. Well, I got there, I guess. Just gonna call this one. Check. All right, where's this? I'm trying to save this stupid thing here. There we go. Yes, replace it. Fold. Top pair. Let's send this other one here. All right, let me think here. Sorry, that was pretty loud. I have a filter on here too, like so the mic doesn't go super loud. 8-5 deuce. We're gonna bet an amount here. Let me get my sizes. I was looking at other stuff. We're going to bet twice. We're going to go bet, and then probably check. The bet, check line. Deuce. Six deuce, no good. No good. All right. Six deuce. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we hit a 4. Hit a 4. What's up, Mega Moose? What's up, buddy? How you doing? We're getting donked into. We have a donk, and then we have a check. I'm going to check it back. You could have a 6, 5, 7, 5, 3 miss. I think I go for value here. Go for value with a 4. I know when you use the small size, you can get check raised. Like, I mean, you could have Jack 10 offsuit. like a huge boat. 6. Oh, I got 2 pair. I got counterfeited. I see. So I was right, though. I was right on that read. I'm quite certain I heard him say he donks a lot of his bottom 2 pair. So I was right. That confirms my read from earlier. I heard that just a tiny little blurb last week, reviewing hands and streams. And I kind of retained that because I'm trying to figure out, I have to do more study, figure out how to play against limps, how to play against donks. Didn't feel good. It did not feel good. 2 9s. I hit a 4. 2 9s. It's a good bet, especially when the jack pairs. It's a good bet. Broadway board. Ace 10 jack. I'm going to be probing here. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a hand that can continue to this check raise. We've got backdoor spades, backdoor straight draw. What's he check raising with? He's doing a good job of check raising, though. I gotta admit that. Like, I am playing defense a fair bit. I gotta admit, on the probes, or on his flop leads and his check raises. I am on the defense. I think I have to be if that's how aggressive he's gonna attack flops. Problem is he needs to attack turns and rivers more, which he's not. So... Like, I block 7, 8. What would I rather have here? I do have queens sometimes. I have sets. I have 7, 8. I block 7, 8. He's not doing this with a weak 2 pair. He's not doing it with 5, 6 anymore. So we played 176 hands. Alright, so I got min clicked. Like literally less than 2x. And now there's a straight on board. That's, what is that, 2/3 pot, roughly? We're going to continue for 1. Obviously, we don't like the 10 because there's some jack X, but a 5 would be beautiful. 4. A 4. Am I supposed to call again here? You have 10 jack already, 10-6. So just checked. I've been streaming 5.5 hours. Now he blocks for 1/3. I ran out of time bank, didn't I? And if I'm gonna jam there, I kind of want to have a pair, like a 7 or something, blocking a little bit of stuff. I think that's the move, but could be wrong. Oh, he's over 300. We're gonna open a tiny bit bigger now. He might have noticed my open size went from 4.6 to 4.8. Two by 4. Kind of getting hungry. I had 2 steaks today. 2 ribeyes, believe it or not. I had one around 11. I got up at 6. And then one around just before the match, like 4:45, 5 o'clock, kind of around there. 5-2 suited versus a 3x, just under a 3x. I think we call here. I'm thinking of a card. 4 of hearts, maybe. Here, I'll zoom in for a while. All right, right here. Right there. 4 hearts. Here we go. Damn. Board pairs, and he bets pot. This is one of those spots, like, do I even call? So 3-bet pot. Now he's betting very close to pot. Like, you'd have ace jack, king jack, over pairs. You bet this big with boats. I'm pretty sure I need to continue here. All right, so we're gonna go to G4, I think. It's my hotkey. So he's got 1 buy-in back. we got 200 big blind stacks now. All right, so I think we're going to check this one back. Our king. Put it into the delay line. He bets 1/3. Don't see a reason to raise. We're just going to call. 4 on the river, some ace-5, 5-6 offsuit, all that stuff gets there. Do we ever want to raise? I don't think so. I think we just call. And yeah, let him bet. Oh, sorry, I'm zoomed in. I need to zoom back out here. Zoom out, zoom in. So we float some ace highs, float some king highs, check raise, some diamonds, 4-5, offsuit, that stuff. We're just not going to float for that. You can't get money from my floats if you're betting so big. So we 4-bet bigger, a full 3x, because we're 200 big blinds deep. And he folds. So versus another tiny 3-bet at are we at 200 big blinds? All right, we're just gonna call. Oh, my shirt, all bunched up here. No reason to raise yet. Just gonna call. Not the greatest turn card. And he bets the pot. I think we call, obviously, 1 diamond. That is definitely a call, but I think we let this bad boy go here. All right. You win the money. I like the hat backwards, but it sucks hitting the back of this chair all the time. All right, so we got spades in position. We're just going to bet 30% pot. Ace high board. And we get check raised. Like 4.5x. All right, we're going to call. Does he check raise an ace, miss spades? Like, I'd like to see the check raising range. I guess I'll be able to with the streams. And we river a flush. So you could have ace-3, ace-7 offsuit. That all makes sense. 7-7, 3-3. Does he ever have ace 6? We'll bet 1/3. I don't think this is a good bet. I don't like this. I immediately regret betting this size. Opens the door for some check raises. It's just not a good size. I think I should have done 2/3, but it's just weird. Not overbetting. There's boats. Yeah, I should have just bet 2/3. Pogo stick. Look at this guy. What's up, Cody? Here, I'll put the chat on the main page there. All right. All right, so we're still opening 2.4x. Gonna check this one back. I think we are gonna put this into our delay line as a bluff. We do this with some weak kings, some jack X, obviously 2 pair. So we get the absolute min 3-bet. Again, I haven't rolled a low number. Sometimes I 5-bet rip these, right? Well, I guess I'm not 4-betting, sorry. I like it, sorry, let me say that again. When I 3-bet them and get 4-bet, I turn them into 5-bet jams. You got to balance out your 5, because you're jamming, you know, kings, queens, jacks, ace, king, some ace, queen. So you got to balance it out. So it's good to take some of the suited wheel aces to balance it out. I think I'm going to go check, check. Because he just doesn't have anything here. He's either really strong or really weak, and I think he's just really weak. Now let's just hope he has a hand like queen jack or queen king. Dun, dun, dun. Show a 3.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you...
As of right now, we are at war.
I'm feeling a little lucky tonight. I'm feeling very accurate.
Listen, here's the thing. If you can't spot the sucker in your first half hour at the table, then you are the sucker.
That's a fun one. Sorry, Anthony, I'm poking fun at your expense. I'm gonna try and get to 300 hands, he says. Okay. Okay, we'll stop after that. Okay, sounds good. Hold on here. What are we doing here? We are... I'm gonna stab small on ace high boards. I'll just respond in the chat. I'll put sounds good. I'm trying to read his text here. Sounds good. Okay, he's under 300. I'm going to go back down to 2.3x opens. The 3x again. I was like, if I roll like a 20%, let's try it again. Bang. Ooh. No. I'm going to fold this one, actually. I'm cheating. Rolling twice. But yeah, if you roll low, I can... Versus the small 3-bet, I think you do 4-bet some ace-5 off, some ace-4 off there. Well, 100 is the most passive number. So we are going to just flat call. We're not going to take our ace-jack and turn it into a 4-bet. Although he has been 3-betting so liberally, we should be 4-betting a little bit more. So when a guy 3-bets like crazy, sort of like your 4-bet cutoffs, you can start just, kind of go one tier lower and add those to your 4-bets. And then a massive size, like I can't float for this size. That's just hemorrhaging money. I know I rolled a low number, but like this is just bad. I'm gonna float my ace-jack. I even have the ace of clubs. It's probably a call, but we'll 3-bet our ace-jack. Maybe we get rewarded back to back. Rounders 2 going. They've been saying that for 15 years. Was it Koppelman? And I can't remember the other guy. But yeah, I follow them on Twitter. They've been hinting at it and dropping at it. I think they're closer now than they were before. But yeah. All right, we're going to bet 2/3 pot. And we take it down. So we return the favor. Seven deuce, no good. We do not defend the 7 deuce. We do not, we do not. Now we've got the limp. We've got the limp and the ace of hearts. I'm gonna check and then I'm going to raise with the ace of hearts and a wheel draw. In a limp pot. It is the smallest of pots that we can possibly play. A $4 pot. So he knows we can't have a flush. All right, Broadway board, the old Broadway board, and we have a 10. This is going to be one of the hands that we do the overbet with. So I have some overbet on the flop. This is one of them. Because Anthony never has aces, never has kings, never has queens, never has ace king, never has ace queen. 10 jack suited. He should 3-bet some. 10 jack off, yes, he can have, but it's like he's just at a real disadvantage on those Broadway boards in single raise pots because he should be 3-betting, right? All of those ones. So I play a very polarized range on the Broadway boards where I go 150% pot or a small size. or sorry, 150% pot or a check, and I just balance it with bluff and value. You guys just saw the bluff portion. It's good to pick bluffs with the 10x or the jack x, the ones that can, you know, drill the 4-outer for straight. Okay, we're going to call with our king 4. Uses a big 3-bet size now, right? Why are you bigging? And then smashes it. Like, so all of these small 3-bet sizes and then a massive 3-bet. Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know. You figure it out. It just seems silly because, like, have one standard size and put all of your value and bluffs in there and keep it balanced, and you can't figure it out because there's no sizing tells. When you have that many sizes, if you're not balancing them carefully, you're going to have a lot of sizing tells. Showing a lot of hands, trying to get through fast. So yeah, I think Anthony wanted to do like a number of hand challenge, like a 3,000 hand challenge. Wow, that's a huge open. Now you're opening 3.5x. I think I just let this go. Yeah, it's too big. 3,000 hands, which doesn't seem like a lot when you think of all the heads-up matches we've seen over the years, but it's also, we're one tabling right now. I'm doing one table, just it's nicer, it's easier, simpler. For the viewer, I think it's better, nice one big screen. But if you're trying to get hands in, yeah, 2 tables is where it's at. Rough numbers, I played for 4 hours and change against a guy at 2-4 last Thursday. And after 4.5 hours at 2-4 heads up, we had 522 hands. So 522 hands after 4 hours, like there'd be quite a few sessions here. Anthony wants to get to 300, which is decent. Okay, we got top pair, a weak kicker. Weak kicker's kind of not a thing in heads up. A little bit, but not really. He overbets the king 8-5. All right, I have no folds if I have top pair here. Even on an overbet like that, I have to call every top pair. Here's one of those spots where I do lead a few boards. So we're going to lead... and I've explained it a few times. Leading turns are good. So if the flop gets bet, the out of position player, if the turn is the middle card pairs or the bottom card pairs higher than a 5, is really good for the out of position player. Because the in position player is just not bombing bottom pair and middle pair. That makes no sense. Top pair, sure. Overpair, sure. Draws, sure. And the in position player has to call, right? With some kind of hands, often middle or bottom pair. So when the turn pairs the board with middle or bottom pair, yeah, that's just weird. You don't need to do that with king 7. It's just a better spot for the out of position player to lead. I don't have a lot of leads, but that's definitely one of the spots. And then if he ever calls, just calls that turn, well, now I can get crazy on the river. I can overbet. Because I'm repping that I hit it. But yeah, even against the match with Doug Polk and Daniel Negreanu, I think that's already 3.5, 4 years ago now, whatever it is. Yeah, you saw it a lot. Even at the highest stakes, 200, 400, they were leading their whole range for 15% pot on the turn when the middle and bottom card paired above a 5. Yeah. And then the other spot that I lead is in 4-bet pots out of position on a queen high board. The out of position player has way more queen X in their 4-bet calling range. Way more. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this get checked all the way down. That's fine. Top pair, we rolled a passive number. So on my RNG, the lower the number, I take the aggressive infrequent action, higher number, passive action. So we're going to check this one back. 4 pairs, I think we just check it back again. He could have a 4, he could have an ace X, better than ours. We're going to call the pot size bet. Board double pairs and spades come in. Like, I just don't beat anything. If he has a 4, he just got counterfeited, scared of the 8. I still lose to, like, ace 9. There's just no value to be had here. If he was bluffing, we already beat the bluffs. Yeah, so. It's not a hand you want to turn into a bluff. You got king high, man. Like, I understand bluffing like jack high, 9 high, 10 high, all that stuff. But king high has some showdown value. Not a lot, but some. You're limping 2 1/4 or 3 1/2. So he's doing 2.75x. I guess we're just going to call 2.75x. It's an interesting size. Not many guys use that size. We're going to probe the turn. When there's 2 flush draws, so I have 3 turn probe. Probe means I'm going to lead now because he checked the flop. I have 3 turn probe sizes. 42% pot, 67% pot, and 100% pot. The 100% pot we definitely use when there's 2 flush draws. There's just a lot of draws. You want to charge the maximum, right, for the draws. So I use 100% pot. I used to overbet like 150, but I don't think, you still can. Especially when stacks get deeper, I think you can get crazy, but pot size bet's fine. And then when there's straight draws, paired boards, you put that into your small size, 42%. 67% is like flushes and stuff like that. So anyway. We got ace and a queen. Hand number 230, 70 more hands to go according to Anthony. He wants to quit at 300 hands played. Seems like a reasonable number. Yeah, I just don't even think I defend. Yeah, I don't defend 8 deuce suited. So here's one thing that happens. So when you open really, really tiny, I get to play, like if he min raises, I play 85% of the hands. If he 3x, I play 55% of the hands. Huge difference. Just raw equity, right? That's just how it works, the math. Your hand has enough equity to continue versus whatever the size of the open is. So you want to find, I think I'm just going to bet 1/3. You want to find a size that works where it forces your opponents to fold their junk, but then they have to call at a certain threshold, right? So that they're defending enough hands. So that's why good players use 2.3 to 2.5x open. It's just a good mathematical size where you're applying enough pressure for the shit hands to fold, and some of their weaker hands do have to defend versus that size. So versus a limp at 100, what are we at? 150 big blinds. I raise 4.5 big blinds. Yeah, we're just gonna do something like this. And then I'm gonna check. I'm gonna get a little cute. Hopefully there's no backdoor clubs. I don't think he has anything. I'm gonna give him a chance to bluff. Play that one a little different. Normally I get 2 streets of value. I got 1, but I figured he was just so incredibly weak. We'll give him a chance at the old bluff. Actually, I don't think I opened Jack 2 here. 7 deuce is a fold versus 2.5. Definitely a fold versus 3.5x open. So now he's got the standard 4x 3-bet. So he had the mini ones. Yeah, now. Yeah. Not good to call offsuit aces It's just turn them into 4-bet bluffs or get out of the way. Like I can attack and defend my 3-bet calling range way better. Way better hands, way better spots. Got top pair. We're gonna bet. Oh, I got my wrongs thing open here. And he calls. So some straights get there. 7-8 offsuit gets there. I think he'd 3-bet 7-8 suited. Some 6-9, sure. 6x. I think we are gonna go bet. 2/3 pot, and we take it down. Show him a jack, let him know it was legit. Three-bet king 10 suited. So versus, yeah, like I'm actually supposed to versus 3.5x. I usually go to $28. So I'm letting him off. Like I think it's in. If you look at the scrolling slide right below me here, it tells you what I normally. I'm gonna check this one. I usually c-bet, but I'm gonna check this one back. Yeah, versus 2x 1640, 2.25x 1860, 2.5x 2060, 3x open 2480, 3.5x open, which is what he's doing by opening to $7. I 3-bet to $28, so I've been letting him off the hook a little bit. I think we call once. And we check. Turn hearts. I think we're supposed to float with backdoor stuff to half. We bet half pot. 20 into 40. Ugh. So we rolled a low number. Looks like we're going to call again. I don't think he has aces. Right? He'd 4-bet that. He's got some ace X. He has some ace Jack, ace 9. Sure, a little bit of 9-9 to our 3-bet. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. What are the bluffs? Like, do you have bluffs here? 7-8, 2-3, 3-5. My time bank was. Hopefully, I get some back. I think I time bank all the way down to the point where I didn't have any. He's not doing it with the jack anymore. He checks back a jack. Could have a 4-5 suited. Have to be 4-5 clubs, 4-5 of diamonds. He's not doing with a 9. Not doing with the jack. It's ace X. Yeah, we let this one go. I don't want to have hearts, but I'm thinking about it. What's Scotty saying here? Put the chat back on. I read somewhere it's hard to flop a pair and heads up. But watching you, Trevor, I don't know. Go watch my past 2 streams at 400 and L versus PETA is how I responded. So now he leads into me. I think I am going to raise this one for a change. I've been just sort of defending because I haven't had the hands. I've had hands that just warrant a call. So finally versus a lead, I've got a hand where I can raise it up. So it says I've won $1,400 today so far, not just from Anthony, because I think I had won $600 or something before our match. So I've been streaming for 6 hours, 5 minutes. And I am going to bet 2/3. So like when you lead here, if you lead with an 8 or maybe a 6, I mean, that's great, but like, oh man. Okay, maybe I am a luck sack, right? Yeah, maybe I am the luck sack today at least. But yeah. Where's my luck sack? Oh, there it is. I moved it.
Luck sack.
Yeah. Huh? Got him. Got him. Aces. He's going to punt it. Nope, no punt. I don't think we raise our threes versus the limp. Check. And check. Six is good. Wow, the timing is so off on this shark animation. It's supposed to start at the exact time when he's way back, and then by the time he works his way up to the top of the screen. Yeah. So how's Anthony's stream going? I haven't booted it up yet. He sent me the link and I was going to, and I'm like, there's too much going on. I'm like, I'm not going to review hands now mid-match, so. Yeah, we'll just call the 10-jack. 7-3-2. Two-tone. We got one diamond. Backdoor straights. All right, so we're going to probe the turn with our probe size of 42% pop, roughly. Oh, well, I'm used to 2.5x open. Anthony's in my own chat. I'm just going to type some more, but that's all right. 3-6 is a fold. So regarding the auto reload, here, I'll show you. So I just looked this up earlier. The auto reload, I do have it on. And if we go to game options and table settings, and if I zoom in right here, can you read that? Auto rebuy trigger when your table balance is at least 5 big blinds below the chosen limit. So I have it on, right? And I'm sure Anthony does too. But it's just stupid. Why would play now say, yeah, we'll reload once you dip below 5 big blinds? How about when I'm 1 penny below my starting stack? It doesn't make sense. Or Anthony has it off. So I could go for value. What do I get value from? Deuce? Nah, 3 I lose to. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, deuce, maybe a deuce. Missed value from the deuce. Called it out. Called out the hand and said, you know what? I've had enough value. Okay, this time we're gonna give him the business versus 3.5x open. The business. Let's get down to business. So a full 3x 3-bet or 4-bet. So my 4-bet sizes, I go like 2.5x. Felted him. We got him again. Got him. We should do a little victory dance. Let's get this boy. Let's get him good. So yeah, the auto reload is ridiculous on this app. Also, the hand replay. Check this out. If I hit hand replay, that's how small it stays. And like you can't do anything. You can't. And if it goes to showdown, so that's the other one. If it goes to showdown, all the money went in. Showdown, show your cards. It won't. It won't show both players' cards. It'll show the winners, but not the guy that mucks. And I know if you muck, but if you go to PlayNet or Poker Stars or GG Poker or any of those sites, yeah, once you showdown, you have to go replay and go look at it. He can muck in real time, but the replay still shows it because you paid for it. So there's no showdown. Thinking of a 5. What is that? Woo! He's gonna. I'm running like crazy right now. I should get a Sunrunner. I thought I had a Sunrunner graphic, but I don't right now. Cooler ink. I think I just bet 2/3 here. Okay. Well, that one, was it really running good? There was no need to give the rest. The last 50 big blinds, you did not need to give me that. All right? That was a bit of a punt. Yeah, he was torching the last hundo with the king high jam, torching it. He's saying I'm punting on the. That's hilarious. I just put up a punting graphic. All right, 35 hands to go. Congratulations on the epic punt. I think that's punt number 3? 3? We've seen 3 or 4 beauties. Decent flop for the old 5 deuce. So on 6-6, we bet. I was going to say we bet 30% pot. I'm going to float 1, and if my luck is running, let's see. Right here. Right here. 3 of spades. Nope. Am I zoomed in? Yeah. Zoomed in still. Zoom out. Hold on. I said I'm emailing support. There was no 3 on the turn. I don't know if you guys saw that. You liked some of those GIFs, Cody? I've put so many hours into my setup, my stream, the jokes. I've got text things. I've got, I don't know, I got quite a bit going on. There's some good ones, but I know I got to add more. We flopped a lot of flushes early. You need to come play live tomorrow? Okay. Live $1, $2 it is. Turn to 4 might be the best hand. Only problem is I think he wants me to add a 0 to the 1 and a 0 to the 2. Live 10-20 it is. Got there again. Woo! Oh, feels good to have all the money. Feels good to have all the money. All the money. All of it. Yeah. Spades. Most of the flushes I've had spades too. Monotone flop. We hit a 6. Sometimes I bet, sometimes I don't. Let's bet, min bet. 22% pot. Show him a 6. It's the best hand. Best hand for sure. All right. 25 hands to go. So if you look in the top left corner, Anthony has agreed to play to 300 hands tonight. And then we're going to call it at hand 300. Going to defend the queen 7 and hit top pair. You know how it is. You know how it is. It's good to hit top pair. You know, I look at it this way. Someone's got to run good. It may as well be me. Did you make a flush, Anthony? Finally? You make one? A pot size bet. You made a flush. Well, I guess I just have to river a straight flush. Wow. Let's see if I can conjure it up here. Okay. Gonna hit the call button. Thinking of a card. Right here. 8 of hearts. What the fuck? What's going on here? This is bullshit. It's not the most ideal river. I feel like you've got one. Feel a 3-bet coming on. There was a pause. He's thinking about it. What size do I go with? 20? 20. 20. Versus a 4x 3-bet. A little bit more than 4x. Gonna call with the 10-6 suited. Gonna hit a 6. Although in 3-bet pots, he's really checked a lot. But that's because you're 3-betting so much of everything, you kind of miss a lot. If you tighten it up, you're going to connect more and have a stronger range. That's 2/3 pot. I think I have to call 1. All right. That is not the one. What? That's not what I wanted. 1/3. What bets? You bet 2/3 on the flop, 1/3 on the turn. That is confusing, not gonna lie. All right, I'm just gonna let it go. I don't know. I'm just saving a freaking screenshot here. All right, final hands. 15 hands to go. 15 more. Now we've got the limping back in play. After all of that aggression, I think we're going to raise it up. The 9-7 of hearts is a raise versus the limp. He has not limp re-raised though. That is one thing I've noticed, which means you're limping a lot of weak and opening a lot of strong, and not limp re-raising because you're not putting the strong hands into your limping range. I said I'm even beating him out of viewers. All right, 10 hands to go. Yeah, we don't defend that. Nope, not 3-4. Beep, 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 beep. 4-bet alert. 4-bet alert. So, queen high board. If he did have leads, this would be one of those boards I was talking about. Queen high. I think we're going to go for something like... So in 4-bet pots, you use a lot of small sizes. 20% pot. 25% pot on the turn. The 2 should not change anything. Ooh, we take it down with ace high. Speaking of ace high, speaking of it, so now we've got a 6 high board, and we 3-bet. Ace king suited is something like that. On a 6 high board. Actually, I think I can bet more. 6-4-2 two-tone. Why does that ring a bell? I think I bet 2/3 pot on most boards. I think there's one 6 high board that like I think 6-4-2 you bet 100% pot. Anyway, ace high. 5 hands to go. Anthony's in the tank versus my 2.3x open. Do I 3-bet to 20, 15, or 14, or 7.23? And then he donks. Well, that's not good, bud. I was gonna stab at this, so now you get my heir to just fold. 3 hands. 2 hands. Okay, last hand. All right, I sat it all next hand. All right, that is a wrap. That is a wrap. Thank you for tuning in, Cody. And I think Jawan earlier, and I think Wayne watched a little bit. Hope you guys liked it. But yeah, I like doing the heads up. This is my third one. 3 Thursdays in a row, and I've had action for like 5, 6, 7 hours. Plus, the stream's been going 6.5 hours. So, like I said, this is the one good thing about Play Now. They still allow mano-a-mano heads-up tables. You won't get it anywhere else. So, well, it's still here. I'm going to give it some attention. All right. Thanks again for watching. Let's take a quick look. I'm going to exit the table. We'll go back to the lobby here. Hit refresh. And let's take a quick peek here. Where are we at here? It's not bad. We started with 2,500, so we made 2K. $2,000 tonight. Not too shabby. But yeah, that'll do it. Until the next one. Peace. Hey, didn't I stop streaming?